Hey guys, tonight's episode has more thrills and chills than a trip to Dairy Queen. A Dairy Queen in the ghetto. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss a thing. Hey guys, welcome back. Tonight I wanted to share with you a mystery location I've been working on. Working on? Yep. I've been working on it like a chef salad. A mystery location I've been researching. It's called Helltown. Oh, we have someone here in the live chat. Tom, Helltown is what I call it when we visit my grandma's house. This is not a time for your jovial merrymaking, my friend. You might want to take this a little more seriously. You see, Helltown is basically a living hell on Earth. It's a place, a dark place, of chemical spills, mass fires, and a series of deaths and tragedies. Wow, Tom. Where do I sign up for summer camp? Should I bring a picnic table? How very droll. But, sardonicisms aside, you might want to pay attention closely, because your life may depend on it. My life is beautiful, Tom. I'm not afraid of anything that happens to other people. How could their tragic lives affect mine? You see, Helltown is not just Hades incarnate on Earth. It's a hiding place for demons, monsters, and mutants. Tom, that's what we call it when we visit my mother and... No! No. There's one last thing you need to know about Helltown. It's filled with ghosts. You feel me? Helltown, Ohio is a foreboding world. A lost world of sorts. It was once a community of churches and families called Boston Mills. That is until the early 1980s, when the U.S. government declared eminent domain by presidential order and forced the townspeople from their homes. Lifelong residents were dragged from their houses, kicking and screaming. Jackbooted thugs, armed to the teeth, conducted forced evictions with the utmost brutality. Little girls' teddy bears were taken away. Grandmother's dishes were broken on kitchen floors. Entire families were thrown into rain gutters like so much flotsam and jetsam. The justification, you ask? Well, according to court papers, it was a reclamation so they could build a park. A park that still hasn't broken ground 30 years later. Well, I guess they just had a beautiful park on their minds when they were marching the residents out with guns to their backs. One of the townspeople is quoted as saying, "Now I know how the Indians felt." Well, it was worth it though, Tom. You know, to have a nice park. Well, I wish that was the case. But the truth is, the condemned area turned into a post-apocalyptic nightmare. A no man's land of burned out houses, blocked off roads. And the dark legends associated with Helltown are as plentiful as the questions themselves. An old yellow school bus laid abandoned in a ditch of the town for many years. Trouble is, no one remembered there ever being a school bus there before. A rumor began spreading that the vehicle wasn't transporting children at all. It was hauling chemical contaminants. Or even worse, mutants themselves. In the 80s and 90s, people started calling it Mutant Town because of the stories of escaped chemical freaks from a government experiment living in the woods. There was also a black hearse abandoned in the middle of the town, leading to rumors of ghouls operating in the area. Ooh. Adventure seekers report other anomalous and avaricious sightings, such as ghost dogs, ghost cars driving wildly down the deserted roads, a serial killer that has the entire town to himself and butchers anyone who comes to explore it. He lives in the old slaughterhouse. People walking past the cemetery tell of a ghost often seen. It's a tiny little man that sits atop one of the tombstones like a leprechaun and beholds anyone going by with a piercing stare down. The most pervasive of local lore has to do with a family of vampires said to live near the town square in a little old church called the Mother of Sorrows. The tiny house of worship is ornamented with upside-down crosses. Oh, there's one more curiosity I should include. It's an old house in the woods, and people driving by on the highway report seeing the glow of a light bulb in the attic. Well, Tom, somebody just probably left the light on. That's the thing, though. The house has no electricity. By the way, I'm sure that park's gonna be really nice when it's done. Yeah. You know, I was watching X-Files once, and they had these kids on there that were playing outside. Well, they uncovered a cavern, and inside was a resting tomb of extraterrestrials. Well, that's when a military unit came in with semi-trucks filled with weapons and equipment. They used flamethrowers to cut down everything, burn it to the ground. That includes all the witnesses. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in this evening. Catch you later.